Hey everybody, welcome back. This week we're going to explore how segmentation, targeting, and positioning, or STP, helps marketers identify, serve, and win using social media and other marketing channels. We'll cover this week what STP is, why it matters, market segmentation, evaluating segments and choosing your market, positioning your brand, as well as STP and social media campaigns. So let's start off with what is STP? Segmentation, targeting, and positioning is, in a nutshell, it involves dividing all potential customers into distinct groups. Then you target by evaluating those groups and choosing which one to go after. And then positioning is how you get into the minds of your customer. Like, do you want to be known as cheap or do you want to be known as expensive or somewhere in the middle? There's different categories that you can be known for, different dimensions, and we'll talk about understanding what those dimensions are and how to position yourself in the minds of the customer. So, starting up with segmentation. As mentioned, segmentation is dividing up the market into smaller, homogeneous groups that have common needs. We segment because we can't be all things to everybody. If we try to, we're really appeal to no one. It's very hard to make a product that appeals to everyone. And even if you do make a product that appeals to everyone, it's hard to create a marketing campaign that would appeal to everyone as well. Segmentation helps us understand what our customers want, and it allows us to tailor a product and the marketing for that product to the specific group. So let's discuss the different bases for segmentation. First off, let's talk about geographic segmentation. Geographic segmentation divides the market based on location, so geography. Some examples of this might be a clothing retailer that sells raincoats in the Pacific Northwest and swimsuits in Florida. Or it might be a food delivery app that runs separate campaigns for urban New York areas versus suburban Houston areas. Um, psychographic, sorry, Demographic focuses on measurable characteristics like age, gender, income, education, or occupation. An example of this might be a luxury car brand targeting high-income professionals between the ages of 35 and 55. Or it could be a toy company that runs ads for parents with children under the age of 10. Psychographic segmentation looks at personality traits, values, lifestyles, opinions, even social status. Some examples of this could be a sustainable skincare brand that targets eco-conscious millennials, or a fitness brand that positions itself towards people who value self-improvement and discipline. Behavioral segmentation focuses on actions, things like buying behavior, product usage, brand loyalty, or even stage in the buying journey. An example of behavioral segmentation might be airlines. Airlines target frequent flyers with loyalty perks. It could be a streaming service that offers different suggestions to new users versus longtime binge watchers. So, in a nutshell, when marketers segment a market, they use these different bases or criteria to divide the audience into meaningful groups. When we evaluate whether a market segment is worth targeting, we don't just look at who's in it, we evaluate it based on 5 key criteria. It helps ensure that the segments we're using are actually useful for building focused, successful marketing strategies. The first criteria is whether or not it's identifiable. Can we clearly define and describe this group? We need to know who the group is, what they value, and how to distinguish them from other groups. The next criteria is substantial. Is the segment large or profitable enough to be worth serving? It should generate enough revenue that it's strategically important for growth. Number three is whether or not it's accessible. Can we reach this group effectively through our marketing channels? You have to be able to deliver your content, ads, and products to the segment through the platforms they use. If your target's 65 plus and you're an Instagram company, you're probably not going to be able to use that 65 plus target. Whether or not they're responsive. Will the group respond differently to tailored marketing efforts? A good segment should react positively to a marketing mix that's created just for them. One example might be busy parents are better responding to ads that emphasize time saving. And the last criteria is whether or not it's actionable. Can your company create specific strategies to serve this group effectively? Even if a segment's attractive, if you can't develop a product or a message that meets their needs, it's not actionable.